Hello and welcome back to the Invisible Man Show with me, Stephen. I hope you're well. It's been a few weeks, hasn't it, since I've done a video? It's 3 weeks. It was before the Everton game at home. I've been on a family holiday to Bali via Singapore, and then Singapore back again, which was really really good. So obviously the videos had to wait, but I think we'll touch on the City games that happened whilst I was away. There's a bit of a sort of status check as to where the team is from a form and fitness perspective. We'll review the Dortmund game, then obviously the big game against Liverpool, and then we'll touch on a couple of the Premier League big games of the weekend as well, specifically Tottenham United and Arsenal Sunderland, I think. So let's get cracking. Like I said, last video was the Everton game, and I was flying to Singapore that day. I thought I was going to miss it, but fortunately, Singapore Airlines have something called Premier Sports, which had the City and Everton game live. So I was able to watch that in full on the aeroplane with lots of free drinks, which was very nice. I thought that game we played well. It was, they had a few chances to start with, but overall, I think with a better team, Haaland could have had 3 or 4 at the end. So Everton at home, tricky game. But I think overall that was a good result, and a good performance. I won't discuss the League Cup game or the VRL game. I'll just move on to the league games. Villa away. I managed to watch that as well. I watched that in the Villa in Bali, which is bloody beautiful. But this isn't a travel blog, is it? So I'll just talk about the game. I didn't like the team selection. I said at the time, I sent a few text messages at the time, saying the team looked a bit weak, looked a bit Spurs at home, and I think it proved. I think we started off okay. Had a lot of the ball, but I suppose if you have a lot of the ball for 10 minutes, then the opposition manager knows that as well. So he's going to make some changes. They scored a great goal. Probably never score a goal like that again. But we didn't really do much, did we? I think a few chances at the end. But although we were pretty naff, we could have got one at the end. But overall, I don't think we can have any complaints getting beat there, because I don't think we did anywhere near enough, to be honest with you. Yeah, we might have nicked it, but there's so many players not on form, not doing the right things. I thought it was just a bit of a shit show, that game, to be honest with you. Which then moved us on to Bournemouth at home, which had the potential to be a bit tricky, given their form, given their manager, given the way they like to play. And I managed to watch the extended highlights of this, so I think I'm confident with a view that whilst they did get it back to 1-1, should that have been disallowed? I watched it a couple of times first and thought a bit soft to disallow that. But then I watched on the replay, and he has got hold of his arm. We had a goal disallowed against Liverpool earlier the year. Candy's knocked it in. Got disallowed for what I believe was less than that. So again, it goes back to refs being a little bit random. But overall, Donnarumma, I don't mind that. Although keep coming for things, you'll get fouls, you'll miss some. I'm not really that arsed. But I like his approach to corners and set pieces in general. But I think 3-1 in the end set us up nicely for the game on Wednesday. I got back on Tuesday, so I watched the game on Wednesday. I like the team that we put out. I thought it looked good. I didn't expect Chika to start, because I don't think he's ever going to start Dortmund and Liverpool, and I think he'll start Liverpool. But I'll come on to that to my team selection on that later on. I don't think it was a great start, was it? First 10 minutes, they had a lot of the ball. I don't think they created a lot, but they had a lot of the ball. But once we settled down, I think we showed our class, particularly for the next, until it went to 3-0. I thought we were excellent. I thought Foden was excellent. Nico G, superb. Nico O'Reilly, again, good performance from him. Could have had a goal, at least one goal. I think overall it was really, really good. Savio got a lot of, did he play well? Did he not play well? Did he not play well? Did he play well? I'm a little bit torn, to be honest with you. I think that was an easy game for someone in his position. He had, he got one of the base skills, and he has got that. He's got a bit of pace and got a trick. Right, okay, let's accept that is the base standard for a Champions League winger, right? Or Europa League winger, right? And their fullback was defending very, very high up, very tight. So it's very simple things. They knocked the ball past him, beat him once, and you're away. So I think that's a pretty easy game for someone of that standard. And to come out of it having not really done a lot in terms of chance creation, chance conversion, shots on target, I think he's got to be disappointed. Now, don't get me wrong, it was a massive improvement on what he did against Villa away. I believe he played well at V away, but I didn't see that. But I think he's got to do more, hasn't he? Now, again, it's all caveated by the young player, all the rest of it. But it's a Champions League, isn't it? Dortmund, you're not. I don't think. Put it this way: if he plays on the weekend, I don't think he's going to get that amount of joy. I think he'll get one or two opportunities to deliver. Never mind 5 or 6 that he got against Dortmund. So, it's a low scoring game, isn't it? I've always said it's a low scoring game, low opportunities. Opportunities need to be taken, whether that's opportunity to create a chance or score a goal, and yeah, I just think he should have done a little bit better, shouldn't he? I think whilst he's better than what he's been doing, it's still not that, is it? It's still not quite good enough. But let's see how we get on. I've done a little bit of criticism of the team when actually after we went 3-0 up. That we essentially took our foot off the gas. Took our foot off the gas and let Dortmund back into it. What were we thinking? This could have been Feyenoord 2.0. That sort of conversation for the birds, as far as I'm concerned. I see it. A few little things happened. One, we went 3-0 up. Thank you very much. Midweek, Liverpool the weekend. Then they're all jetting off to their respective countries for international break. So let's take it easy a little bit. It's 3-0. What's the problem? Dortmund then bring on 4 players in one hit and basically fly at us. So we don't have the opportunity to readjust, make our subs like we wanted to do, I don't think. They flew at us, they scored. It was disappointing goals conceded, but I think once we got the opportunity to make our subs, it was the game dead, didn't it? The game died, didn't it? And then Cherky off the bench and got a goal. He looked a bit slow to start with, didn't he? That chance where he could have hit it and didn't, and then I think give the ball away a little bit before that. But he's looking the business at the moment, and long may this form continue because we need more goals, don't we? Foden's banging them in. He's got an England call up today that came out just before I started recording. Made up for him. Nothing more than his form deserved. And like I said a few weeks ago, there's never any doubt that if he does the business for City, that he would go into the World Cup in the England squad. So well done for him. Nico O'Reilly's in the England squad also. So yeah, looking good on that front for City. And that brings us to the Liverpool game on Sunday. And Sunday can't come quick enough for me. It can't come quick enough. I've just spent the afternoon prepping the living room for decorating tomorrow. Oh, God. The person who invented wallpaper, there should be a place in hell reserved just for you, quite frankly. Because scraping off old wallpaper to put new wallpaper on and then putting it on is not something I'm looking forward to at all. So Sunday cannot come quick enough. I watched them on Tuesday. That's when I got back from on holiday on Tuesday. So I stayed up, watched the Liverpool game. And I thought Real Madrid were pathetic, to be honest with you. I thought Vinicius Jr., Jesus Christ. If Doku plays like that against anyone, never mind Conor fucking Bradley. If he plays like that against anyone, I'd want to take it off at half time. It was disgraceful, awful performance for someone who apparently is going to cost the next team 100 plus million, 400 grand a week. Well, not for us. I don't think. So Well, no, they look good. Liverpool, I thought looks okay. They look solid. Quite funny that they're looking solid now. They've binned off all their new signings. Well, Ekatike played and Verts, but he stuck Verts out on the wing and basically said, try hard and run round, which he did. And Ekatike looks all right, doesn't he? But they're back to Robertson at left back. Frimpong, don't know where he is. They've gone with Conor Bradley. Isaac, poor little Isaac's not a pre-season. Well, his fault was that. Kirk has been binned off. So yeah, they're looking solid, if not brilliant. So hopefully that the form of the new signings can continue. But I thought Salah was pretty poor first half. I think I fell asleep during the second half. Put that down to the jet lag. I thought Salah was pretty poor. Their left back, the Real Madrid left back, literally took the ball off him twice just by strength, which is not normal, is it, for Salah? And he gave the ball away a couple of times, so it didn't look quite at it. Hopefully that's not the kiss of death, because he has got a good record at our place. But I think we can get some joy there. I've got to come on to team selection in a minute. But they have been in poor form up until this week. So, did you see Villa at Liverpool? Jesus Christ. Liverpool's managers come out and said we don't like teams that go along. We prefer teams who play out from the back. And what do Villa do? Pass it to Salah, score an open net. So Villa asked for it. Real Madrid phoned it in. Jesus Christ, yeah. I don't know what was going on with that team, but I watched the highlights when they played Barcelona, and I was highlights when they played Valencia, and I thought they were going to turn up and give Liverpool a going over, but nah, very disappointed in there. It'd be a different case when we play Madrid, though, because we play them away, so it's sure it'll be different there. But yeah, Liverpool have seemingly turned a bit of a corner, have they? They'll see getting a draw at us, I think, as a good week, beating Villa, Real Madrid, and drawing with City, or then beating City. I think that would be a great week for them. But I don't think they will beat us. I'll go on to why. Our record against them at our ground is really, really good. What was it? It was 4-0, 4-1 back in Klopp's first game against us when we had Pellegrini manager, and last year when they beat us 2-0. But I thought we played reasonably well in that game. Docker had a lot of joy, but we didn't have Haaland playing, so yeah, I thought it looked okay, and our flaws were obvious by that point of the season. So I'm not expecting a repeat of that. I think if our approach is as it was against United, then I think we'll be all right. I think we need to fly at them, to be honest with you. I think standing off them, they're not going to go really deep block, are they? They're not going to come and just sit in front of their own goalkeeper, which I think helps us as well. But they'll fancy it, their midfield's big and strong, isn't it? But I think we can get amongst them. I think we can get it wide and get it to Haaland quickly. I mean, his performance is Dortmund, that was brilliant. Let him do what I've been doing. Keep it solid at the back, and I think we'll be okay. And I think our team sort of picks itself, doesn't it? Comment below what you think you think the team will be, but I'll give you mine now. Donnarumma in net, pretty obvious, isn't it? O'Reilly left back. I saw on Blue Moon today people talking about maybe Nori coming in at left back. Forget it. O'Reilly's passed every test he's been given at City. Everyone played against United, played away at Arsenal. Colts England squad. Knows where the net is, gets a shot on target more or less every game. What more do you want? Yeah, listen, against Salah, he's one of our best players in the world. He might struggle a little bit, but so will Nori, so will Guardiola, so will everyone. So, from a physicality point of view, which I think we missed against Villa, from a goal threat perspective, and his understanding link up with Doku, I think O'Reilly's got to play. I don't think it's a question. I don't think it's a question. And if Pep does some madness dropping in for whatever reason, trying to fit Stones in again and sticking Guardiola left back, then I'll be very, very disappointed. So yeah, going on to defence, I think with Guardiola and Diaz, I know Stones played at the weekend, but he played against Villa. I know it's slightly different position, but I thought he was shagged. So Stones could play this. Stones could have the weekend off, maybe come at the end if we need some help from defending set piece or something. But he can start the bench. So O'Reilly, Gvardiol, Diaz, then it's going to be Nunes, isn't it, at right back? I mean, good until he isn't he? There's that miscommunication. I'll be generous. A miscommunication with Donnarumma. But he gets up and down. Who's he going to be up against? Verts or Cody Gakpo? Well, he's better get his arse again, hasn't he? He's been playing reasonably well. But he does play well, doesn't he? He always plays well until he doesn't. A bit like Otamendi in that respect. So I don't know. I don't think Kuznov will get a look in. He's not going to be on the pitch as if for the last couple of games. And I don't think Stones will play right back either. So it'll be Nunes. My view, of course it's my view. It's my channel. I don't know why I keep caveating things with it's my view. And then we've got Nico Gonzalez in midfield. Just heard from Pep's press conference that Rodri won't be ready. That's no real surprise there. So I'll go with Bernardo in midfield. Hates Liverpool. They hate him. Perfect. Just what you need, isn't it? And I'd get him holding hands with him as our base to attack. And then, because he's got everything, hasn't he? He's got everything. I think Nico Gonzalez's form in the last 3 to 6 weeks, is it? Has been very good. We missed him against Villa. He doesn't have it of giving away silly fouls at times, but once he learns where to give them away, I don't think we have a problem. Him and Bernardo in midfield, Foden in front of them. Phil Foden. I mean, is he back? I don't think he's ever been away. I don't think he's ever been away. You hear about, last season was terrible, last season this, last season that. Yeah, listen, it was not his best season given form, injury, whatever was going on. But go and have a look at the scoring charts. And he's still one of the only players who knows where the net is. So even Phil on a bad year is our second or third top goal scorer. I'm glad he got those two against Dortmund as well, because these performances have been building to a position where, right, come on, you're playing a little bit different role, but it's time to add some goals on top of your chance creation, on top of your tempo, dictating play. Made up for him, and Tuchel will hopefully have watched it and try and get him in the England squad, in the England team rather, playing in his best position, because I maintain he's better than a lot of them. Put him up against anyone, he's better than a lot of them as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, maybe I'm biased, but I'd have him ahead of anyone in that England squad. And then left wing, I think it's Doku, isn't it? Because it's got to be Doku. For what I said before about his link up with O'Reilly, his general form this season. Whilst Bradley played pretty well against Vinicius Junior, he plays on the edge, and I think is a yellow card or penalty waiting to happen. So I think if Doku could have a first 15 minutes, like he had the first 15 minutes against Alexander Arnold in the game against him at the Etihad last season, I think we can really get some joy from that perspective, because you've got to bear in mind as well, Salah's going to be there. So if you've got O'Reilly bombing on, Doku bombing on, Salah's not going to be doing much, is he? He'll be hoping to catch us on the break, which I think is a chance we've got to take. We've got to get numbers forward and give them something to worry about. O'Reilly's 10 years younger than Salah, so hopefully he can run back and catch him. And I think Doku form probably deserves it this season, and I don't really see an alternative. Yeah, Marmoush, but it doesn't smell like it's a game for him. I think get the international break out of the way, get him in the cup games, get him in the Champions League games, get him playing like half an hour's in Haaland's position, get him playing where Foden's playing if we're winning games and we want to mess about with it. But this does not seem like a starting game for Marmoush at all. But if we are struggling, I don't think there's anyone better to bring off the bench. He knows where the net is, likes a shot. He's offside a little bit too much for my liking, but hopefully they can work on that. So Doku left wing, right wing. Who's he going to be? Savio? Maybe. Hope not. I think if Savio plays against Andy Robertson, I don't think he's going to get any joy at all. I think Robertson will stick you in the stands in the first 10 minutes, and that'll be it. So I want to see Cherky. I'm not seeing much of Cherky given holidays and his injury and whatnot since the Tottenham game. Well, I said he's small, fat, and can't run. Well, he's not fat anymore, is he? He's still small, but he can't do anything about that. But he can run, seemingly. I know you hear a lot, don't you, like from when he was leaving Leon about the attitude problem, his work rate. A lot of players have attitude problems on the way out, don't they? The clubs always say things like that. They can't really say, sorry fans, we need to sell him because we're skint. It's always, it's a bad attitude, we're better off without him. So I'm not seeing any evidence of a bad attitude at the moment. Work rate seems good enough to me on the pitch. So get him in, get him drifting in, swap him with Foden. They seem to link up quite well. And see if we can give the big man Haaland a helping hand. And I think that, along with the right tempo, along with the right attitude, will do us well as long as Pep plays the 11 in front of us and not the badge. And I think we'll be okay. And I think we'll win. Actually, I think we score first. The first 15, I think we'll win. I don't see. Well, I do see how they can score, but their keeper's not the best, is it? Van Dijk's looking a bit iffy. I'm not having this Conor Bradley. He was shite 3 weeks ago. And now his game against Vinicius Junior, who's phoning it in, is now a top right back again. Nah, maybe he is, maybe he isn't, but we'll see. But I think Docky should get some joy out of him. Then midfield, though, Szoboszlai, McAllister, and the other one whose name escapes me, another physical-ish player. The big boys. I said at the start of the season, not many teams will beat Liverpool and Arsenal. So we need to do it, don't we? We're winning against Arsenal, true at the end. If you think not many teams are going to beat them, then you've got to do it yourself. You can't moan that no one's beating them unless you do it. So, yeah, I'm going to go for it. 3-1 City. Haaland early doors, Foden early doors, Salah to get a penalty, and then someone off the bench to score. I don't know. Let's go for. I said I'm not predicting Reinders, so I'm not predicting Reinders. I'm going to go with Savio off the bench. Let's go for Savio off the bench. That'd be good, won't it? You can cheer up the crowd then, I suppose. I'll let him off. So yeah, City 3, Liverpool 1 is my prediction. But before we go, just don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm on. I need more subscribers to do live shows, and I'm looking to do live shows for a bit of fun. So yeah, please like and subscribe and comment. But yeah, before we go, I'm just going to touch on the two big games, the big-ish games, I suppose, that happened before we do. Tomorrow lunchtime, it's Spurs v United. I don't know if you've heard the news, but Amorim has won manager of the month for October, and Mbeumo has won player of the month for October. I don't know why. Is it a public vote? Maybe it is. They got a bit excited, didn't they? They won a couple of games. They won a challenge for the league this time last week until Nottingham Forest come and put a spanner in the works. So I watched the highlights of that game. I mean, admittedly, I watched it on the Nottingham Forest official website highlights. So they might not be the most most impartial, so to say. They're very much partial in their view of the game. But it looked like Forest had plenty of chances, to be honest, and United were back to their usual shite. They won at Liverpool, so fair dues, but no, I'm not having them. But Spurs, it's an interesting game for Spurs, isn't it? They're doing all right in the league, but their home form is diabolical. I think I read they won 4 or 6 out of their home games this season before the Copenhagen game. And they've already beaten off Villa, Bournemouth, and Chelsea. So to get beat off United, fucking hell, that would be a bad start, wouldn't it, for Frank? I like the guy, but you can't get beaten at home. I don't care how good your Champions League record is, or how against Copenhagen and whoever else has played, or away from home. No, you've got to do the business at home, haven't you, really? And to get beat home to United, particularly as United, will probably be round 5th or only challenging for the Champions League spot. So I think Spurs have got to do the business, and I think they probably will. Maybe not. I don't know. Spurs in it. Because any result is possible. It's Spurs in it. So I won't bother given a prediction for that one. And then we've got Sunderland and Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, if we accept that Arsenal are going to win, probably to 0, then we definitely need to do the business, don't we? And I think we will. Well, Sunderland have had a good start. They spent a few bob. They've had a good start. I watched their game against Chelsea, actually, at the Bridge whilst I was away. And Sunderland started poorly. It looked like it was going to be easy. I was going to go to bed at half time. It was late. It was about midnight. Then Sunderland scored before half time, so I thought, I'll stay up and watch this. I watched the second half and was jumping up and down the living room when Sunderland scored. I thought it was brilliant. But can they do that against Arsenal? Probably not, I'd say. I mean, I expect it to be another Arsenal ball fest where they'll, score off some form of rebound from a corner or free kick or something, win 1 or 2-0, and that'll be that. But that's not to say Sunderland are doing well, and fair play to them. They're doing very well, a lot better than the other promoted clubs have done over the last couple of years. So hopefully that can continue. But yeah, I think Arsenal win. Unfortunately, maybe draw. Sunderland score early. Who knows what can happen? Only Granit Xhaka can stick one in from 30 yards. That'd be nice. So yeah, I think we'll wrap it there. Like I said, like and subscribe. Yeah, I've got 2 books behind me. 2 City books. My dad wrote one. Don Price, he wrote one, and another was co-written with Sean Riley. So this is not a sponsored thing. This is something I have around the house. So I think if you're interested, you can find them on Amazon. Someone asked me from the previous video what I had in the background. So yeah, and this was bought from somewhere in town. I can't remember where. So it's got a Manchester B inside. A City badge inside the Manchester B. It's pretty cool, but I can't remember where I got it from now. But yeah, the books, if you're interested, Google Don Price, Sean Riley, Man City books. See what comes up. My dad says he watches these videos, so I suppose if he does, I'll get a text message saying thanks for mentioning my books. But one way to find out. So yeah, appreciate any likes, subscribes, comments down below. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend. City 3, Liverpool 1. I get the match bus home, so I might do a quick short afterwards with my initial thoughts, and then I'll be back on Monday's busy work day, so it might be Tuesday. But I'll try and do it Monday, but if not Monday, I'll definitely be out Tuesday, the review of this. So yeah, thanks for joining. It's been a little bit longer than usual, but we've fit quite a bit in. So hopefully enjoyed it. Hopefully you've got this far, and take care and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and see you next week. Bye bye.